So it's falling right in line.
It is, and the digital piece is so relevant right now.
Yeah.
So it's going to really give people something to think about, as well as the conversations.
Nice.
We're generating lots of conversations about Blackness and the Black community's identity in this country. Now, our third exhibition, which will be in the summertime, I'm going to give you just a little bit because I want you to keep track of us on hammondshouse.org and watch our social media, because we're very active there and we're looking forward to, exchanging conversations with you. But Edouard Duval Carré is a Haitian artist who's out of Miami, but he's a sculptor, he's a painter, he's an educator. He's doing some site-specific things for us, so we're waiting to see what that is, but we have an idea of what his work is like. But he actually creates things out of wood and out of metal. So, so many different mediums and pieces of, materials that he uses for his work. So we're super excited about that. And then we'll close the season out with an exhibition of the permanent collection. And the pieces will be in conversation with pieces from private collectors. So it won't be just our pieces that we own ourselves, but we'll also be able to pull in some of our private collectors who have pieces that can hold a conversation and really generate more energy in terms of just the type of artists that we're including in our permanent collection.
Well, you know what, I'm really excited about that, Donna, particularly in a way to close out this 35th anniversary, because part of the legacy of Hammond House Museum and Galleries was really to how do we ensure that there was access to all communities around art and culture, and particularly looking at it from the lens of artists from the African diaspora. And more and more we're seeing younger generations, we're seeing new audiences that are saying, I love the visual arts, but where do I start in collecting? And so I love this because to have collectors create that space to say, here's where I started.
Exactly.
And I think oftentimes too, that there's been this facade that, well, I can't afford to be a collector because, I don't have disposable income or that. So to dispel some of those myths and to say it starts today.
Starts today.
And
just
here's
coming
an
in the
opportunity.
building and having a conversation. Becoming a member. Constantly churning and dealing with the different programming that we have that kind of give you the tidbits like, no, you too.
Yes.
You too are part of this. This means you as well. And then the season, we'll also our anniversary celebration will culminate in September. We have the gathering. That's going to be the second weekend of September. So look out for that, because we're inviting everyone, and we're going to honor all the artists who've exhibited here. We're going to try. We're inviting everybody who exhibit over 35 years.
Wow.
So now we're going to call their names. We're going to have them here. We're going to have a whole weekend worth of several activities here on site. So people will be able to come on home and come enjoy the Hammond House.
And I love that, because I know when we did the gathering, I think it was for the 25th.
Exactly.
It was really with intentionality to ensure that as we had an annual fundraising event, but that it was also very much in alignment with the mission and vision of Hammond House, and that is to be a place where all people from all communities can come and enjoy the rich and vibrant and connecting work of artists from the African diaspora. So I love the fact that the team has reinvigorated the gathering for the 35th, because really, for folks who remember, it was a celebration. And if you've not been to Hammond's House, there's a beautiful, beautiful courtyard space back in the back that's used for a variety of reasons, for different special events and rentals, and and it's like you said, it's bringing people back home.
And we're just, when we talked about when we're getting ready for the 35th anniversary, we thought, what has helped the Hammond's House be here for 35 years? And when you put it all together, it comes to love.
Yes.
A love supreme, a love for the community, a love for the art, a love for the artists, a love for the history, a love for the African diaspora, all members of that. So, it's about love. We're really extending love, to our patrons, to our donors, to everyone that comes through that door, and everyone can learn a lot and really share. So that's why we're here. We're here to share and keep the history, clear and preserve it. That's
and I am told that you all have decided that this year's theme is Love Supreme.
A Love Supreme.
Love Supreme.
Little Coltrane in there, but that's the inspiration. But when you hear that bass, boom, 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 it feels like that love. That's how our love feels for the Hammond's House. I mean, that's the kind of, when you think about all 35 years and the ebbs and flows, and we're here. The support is fabulous. We're looking forward. We're just having lots of fun and really bringing in, new audiences, because we have new digital programming this year. We have a new series we're going to start called HHM Nights Out.
Okay.
So that's going to be a Thursday night, kind of a pre-weekend kind of a thing, you know, just for a couple hours. So we'll do different things. We might do a gallery walk. We might have artists, somebody come in and talk to people specific about their particular art. So we're going to, you know, really just generate some other type of weekday, or actually it'll be a monthly event, you know, for people to come in.
So really finding entry points for every facet of the community. There is something here for everybody as we celebrate 35 years and as we really look. I mean, I know we've been talking about this on the board level of really, you know, using this as a launching framework of what it means for Hammond House to continue to, you know, enrich that legacy for another 35 plus years. I mean, I have to, again, just give such honor and thanks and appreciation to the Fulton County Board of Commissioners through the Office of Art and Culture in Fulton County. And we would be remiss not to celebrate and lift up the name of Dr. Michael Lomax.
That's right.
You know, who is now with the United Negro College Fund, but when he was chair of the Fulton County Board of Commissioners, really spearheaded, through the support of his fellow board members, the institutionalizing of these cultural initiatives like the Hammond House Museum, like the National Black Arts Festival, and others that really ensured that there was access to all communities of the richness and the flavor of art and culture that we know is a vibrant part of what makes communities work. So I've always loved the fact that there was, with great intentionality, that the collaboration of Dr. Hammond's vision and dream through Fulton County of having this home nestled in this beautifully rich community of the West End, just a stone's throw away from the heart of the city of Atlanta, like smack dab in the middle of every corridor of Fulton County.
That's true.
Be the epicenter of celebrating just the rich diversity of artists, visual artists of the African diaspora. And I also love that the team here has created an entry point and an opportunity, because, you know, sometimes folks may say, well, you know, well, I don't connect, or I don't really know about visual arts. But I think it's how do you connect what is happening on these walls into programmatic offerings, which is what you all have been doing and are doing an even more tremendous job of as we celebrate this 35th anniversary. So you can see, we're excited. We are excited.
And we have partnerships. We're reigniting partnerships with NBAF. They have a Artist Fund project that we'll be working with them on. We work with After Meets here once a month, you know, so we have community partners that are coming in, and we're launching an internship program with the support of the estate from the late Dr. Doris Derby.
Wow.
And that's going to allow us to be able to bring in high school seniors and probably college freshmen, you know, to come in and work here, you know, for like 5 or 6 week program. It would be 5 to 6 weeks, but we're going to do some education here along those lines. So the partnerships are flying around. I mean, are plentiful now, and it's just nice to be post-COVID and really doing
back
the work.
together. Yeah,
and back here. Yeah.
And I want to say too, I think it's really phenomenal. I mean, as many folks, or hopefully most folks know, Dr. Doris Derby was a renowned photographer, a renowned educator of African American art and culture. She had done has a tremendous body of work that chronicled many aspects of the civil rights movement. And part of her legacy was to continue this work for many generations to come. And I love that through the support of her estate, how synergistic that we're able to launch, you know, this initiative working with young people in the time that our mayor just launched this big year of the youth.
Yes.
So again, an entry point for everybody. You know, we've got something tangible for young people to engage with that will help to advance their career.
Yes.
We've got opportunities for families to come. And isn't it great, you know, because sometimes we're challenged to, in this community, to say, where is somewhere I can go and bring my whole family?
Multi-generational.
Yeah, to bring every level of the generation. Well, here you are.
Here you are.
And I've always loved the fact that it is coming into a home. And I think that what happens and what continues to happen here at Hammond's House in this beautiful Victorian home is what we see happening in Black American families and the richness of the Black American tradition of bringing family and community together in our home.
In a home.
You know, I mean, so
you're visiting your best friend or your uncle, your aunt, and you can relax. You see people change when they walk through that door. Wow. you feel like you are at home, you
Yes.
know, and then the conversations really are inspired by the fact that you feel right at home.
Right.
You remember your grandmother, your aunt, or who you visited, and then you have art on the wall, you have conversations to hold, you're taking classes here or whatever we're doing, and it just makes, get the energy. People are always, we have to say, it's time to go home.
Right, right.
We
So,
remind them.
so why don't you just quickly, for our media friends, just give Gwen a quick snapshot. We've got Toki that
Yes.
opens up tomorrow.
Opens up tomorrow, and her exhibit closes, well, it's from February 3rd to April 2nd. And then we have Paul Stephen Benjamin. He opens April 21st and runs through June 7th.
Okay.
And then we have, no, I'm sorry, June 27th.
Okay.
And then Edouard Duval-Carré, his show opens July 8th and runs through September 21st, I think,
Okay.
so to the end of September. It's a little bit, we're extending him a little bit longer into October because we'll go past our gathering. So his exhibition will be up, and hopefully we'll be able to invite him back to be a part of that as well.
Perfect.
But that's it. And then the season will close with the final permit collection, exhibition.
And I encourage folks to come, participate in everything. And as Donna shared earlier, to stay abreast of what's happening, hammondshouse.org. Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and
Facebook
Twitter and
Twitter.
Facebook.
Yes.
And stay engaged and come and join us here at Hammond's House Museum. We know we're going to have a great gathering for the opening, but
Yes.
also, there's artist
Artist
talk.
Talk on the 23rd.
There's opportunity, and there's another series of rich programming that will happen throughout all of this exhibition season. But you got to stay connected through either social media,
Email
following on
list.
the email, getting on our email list, or of course, when you're a member, you find out about information first. So we'll just let you know. Man, you gotta love these jazzy shirts. The Hammond's House, Hammond's House, all in celebration of, again, our 35th anniversary. And I think as we culminate this formal part of the press announcement, what better way than to hear a little snippet from our first artist as she prepares to, kick us off for this 35th anniversary on tomorrow evening. So let's show the snippet from Toki.
I am Toki Rome Taylor, and I am here to welcome you to the 35th anniversary of Hammond's House Museum. We are kicking off this 35th anniversary with my solo exhibition titled Insight, Body as Artifact, Archive, and Memory, which features children all from the Metro Atlanta area, and they are all channeling family artifacts, history, and culture through the works. But you've got to come out on February 3rd to hear more about the work and take in all the beautiful children that I have spotlighted within the works. Please also join us on February 23rd at the same time, 6:30, and we would love to go in depth in our artist talk. The exhibition will last from February 2nd from February 3rd all the way through April 2nd. Please join us.
So we can already see.
Yes.
Toki is ready. She is
she's
ready
fun.
to bring that energy. So
You're going to love her.
You're going to love her.
Yeah.
So just again, thank you for all of you all for joining us for this, our first virtual press announcement. We know that, as you've heard, there's lots of excitement that's in the air. There's lots of excitement that's going to be happening over the course of this year, and then continuing to take us into the next 35 years plus of Hammond's House Museum. Again, we want to thank the Fulton County Board of Commissioners through the Fulton County Office of Art and Culture and the Fulton County Arts Council. We want to thank Camille Love and the City of Atlanta Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs. We want to thank the Georgia Council of the Arts through the support of the Georgia State Legislatures, and we want to thank the Community Foundation of Greater Atlanta and a myriad of other individual donors and sponsors. We want to do a special shout out to Stephanie Amaya Ingram, who's been a long-time individual donor, also to Sonia Halpern, and just so many others who have really continued to ensure that the rich legacy of Hammond's House Museum is continuing to thrive. And of course, we want to thank, who we will be celebrating later during the gathering, the list and list and list of phenomenal artists. I mean, hundreds of artists that have shared their time, their talent, and their rich experiences right here at Hammond House Museum, and to you, the community, for being a part of this wonderful, 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 I love what the mayor says, this group project called the Hammond House Museum, and we look forward to inviting everyone to join us. If there are, particularly for our media friends, please contact Karen around wanting to come and schedule a visit, wanting to come and schedule interviews or getting any video. And as they say, here's to 35 years. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.